Hey there, it's Raven Scry here today on this Saturday, and I finally got my power back on, which is, certainly, I think it was about 4 days of no power, internet, phone, everything disappeared, and, you certainly miss it when it disappears. So it's back, and I'm back today, and I feel like I just want to connect in and give a reading with whatever Spirit wishes to kind of share today. So I'm just going to leave it open and just move into the reading. Okay. So as I connect, I'm being shown the reference to nature and the different colors of nature and what it's presenting. It's like I'm shown fires, I'm shown lightning and wind. It's like all of the extremes. And it's almost like they're surrounding me as representatives of larger archetypal forces in the way that this comes through. Now, Spirit points to like inside. It's like, and it goes inside. It points to, these extremes of nature are within each and every one of us. It's like it's mirroring outside and inside, macro, micro. Wherever you look, you'll see these extremes of the weather, and these extremes exist within each and every one of us as well. Now, I feel as though with that kind of opening of Spirit setting a scene like that, it's like they're almost creating a space to give a greater understanding to something more in regards to these extremes within the weather. And they're taking me back to this dance that's taking place within the outside world and the inward world, external, internal. This is like, it's like they show me this dance of somebody outside, and that feels like it's very representative of the weather. And they're like looking at this person, and it's like there's an exchange taking place. And it's almost like the wind is testing the person. They like put some wind, blow some wind in their direction, and it's like if there's the ability to open and surrender, it's like it shuffles in new directions. It's like we're very much part of this dance of weather, of our surrounds. This is, and by all means, this is not just weather related. It is circumstances and what we're presented with. And now, as I'm shown, it's like now there's a big circle of people around me that it's like there's a big gathering of people. And it's interesting because they're showing me references to mirrors, and it's like within this, it's like there's this circle of people around me, but I can see the arch of this circle in front of me, and it's like one by one they step forward, and it's like they're mirrors, but they're also very different people, and they're presenting very different energies, and also very different stories, very different connections to other bloodlines, to other lineage, to different trauma, to different parts of the world, to different sort of planetary systems. It's like they're all presenting these unique blends of access point into other experiences and other dimensions and other realities, and there is no limitation here. It goes on and on and on, further and further, more expanded. There is no limitations. The only limitations that are there are the ones that you put, and the ones that you go, okay, that's enough. I've got to shut the door now, But it's like if you're willing to open and see, it just spans on through eternity, and the oneness of connectedness to all. And, it's interesting too, because they show me through these levels and these layers, as it's like I see this one person step forward, let's say, and it's like suddenly I'm taken on the trajectory of their pathway. And that's, into all of the places that they reach and all the connections that they reach. And this can be through family or friends or experiences or other lives, other realms, all of it. But as we kind of move through this, it's like then there is these points that are almost far into the story of this soul, let's say. It's like we go moving deeper and deeper. And, and then there is this likeness, there is this oneness, there is this place that there's a sameness that comes into the story here. And, earlier when this person, earlier the way that the person stepped forward in front of me, and I kind of, it's like I see them, it's like you see this kind of person that perhaps is just really someone you don't relate to or don't understand their story, or they're reflecting things to you, but you feel very separate from them. But then as they move further and further through, we're moving further and further through the layers of them and their experience, we then start to see the sameness. And it's like we're trying to understand as a collective and as a larger consciousness. There is this healing, this understanding, this working through, that's taking place, and it is very connected. And although you may feel like I don't relate to that person or to their story, or it's very different to mine, there is this kind of backstory that's there, that's running through the whole picture, is the way that it's being shown to me. So it's actually very profound, and it's just showing me the oneness and the connection that we all have to each other, whether we want to see it or whether we don't, and the power that is present, that is here, and that everything is working together towards a larger, in the way it's shown, is like a larger understanding and a larger evolvement. But it's almost like I don't want to say evolvement, because that's kind of in the future almost. It's like there's a presence in the understanding in that moment that just makes everything so real, so active, so alive, so part of this story. We're all here together, and it's like we're all working on this moving, this learning, this big learning together in this big playground where we all feel so separate from each other and don't relate to each other. But in fact, and in the way that it's being shown, is like we're from the one family. We all chose to come here at this time. And if we start working together and accepting each other and loving each other and working with the depths of our own mirror, essentially, we'll start to see that connectedness, and we'll start to open more, and the heart presence is going to come in more and more and more, until eventually there's this undeniable change that is taking place as we speak. Whew, okay. All right, well, it's just like I'm just hearing now, just be still. And it's like Spirit's wanting to show me the fire energy and the different elements and the different ways to work with fire as a healer. And they're just wanting to bring that into the understanding of the collective today, the fire energy, and just really tuning into what fire shares with you. It's like, what is it resonating to you? What is it showing you? And it's like they're wanting to, speak of it externally, but also internally. They're showing this mirror again. What is the fire wanting to communicate with you. Where does it want to take you? What does it remind you of? What does it make you feel? What do you see when you look at the fire? All of these inquiries into fire, because it's almost like there's some sort of access point here that Spirit's wanting to point out, that's really important at this time. Okay, well, I'm going to leave the reading here for today. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and anything that you've, realised from listening or, has come to mind, please don't hesitate to pop it below. Any reflections, any thoughts, please share it below. I'd love to hear about what your experience is and has been. Also, just to note, I have some quantum sessions and readings still available for March. So if you'd like one, please get in contact via the About page of the channel. I'm going to send you all many blessings today and enjoy your weekend. I'll see you soon. Raven Scry signing off.